Hi guys, welcome back to my bubble. And in today's video, as you can see by the title, I have yet another fragrance video for you guys. And this fragrance video was actually inspired by notes from Josephine's channel. She recently posted one of these videos and I got really inspired because if you guys personally know me, I'm a very emotional individual. And I have a lot of fragrances at the moment, and a lot of them, most of them, have sentimental value behind them, especially those that I've used in the past and that I've recently repurchased, or those fragrances that I've owned in the past, and back when I didn't have a lot of fragrances and I was just rotated between 2 or 3 fragrances. Those especially have a lot of feelings and emotions attached to them. So here I am going to share 5 fragrances that evoke certain feelings and emotions within me, and shout out to Notes by, I'll link her channel down below in the description box. Check her out, you guys. For those of you who are into fragrances like myself, I absolutely love her channel. She is the epitome of a lady. She has class, she has grace, and I love her. When I grow up, I want to be just like her. So check her out, you guys. The first fragrance that I'm going to be talking about is none other than Amethyst by Lalique. This fragrance is, as you can see, I've used the crap out of it. It has a huge dent, and I used this fragrance when I recently moved here to Philadelphia almost a year ago. That was last summer. I was using the heck out of this. This is a very fresh, very berry scent. It has all types of berries in it. It has rose, it has ylang ylang. It's very fresh, very good scent for the spring and the summertime. And honestly, when I smell this, I think of new beginnings, you guys. New beginnings. At that time I had recently moved here, as I mentioned, and everything was just changing around me, for myself, for my kids, for my dog. I had to adjust to a new job. I had to adjust to a new environment. I had to adjust to a new schedule. And I wore this fragrance a lot. I smell it and I literally get flashbacks of waking up at 5 in the morning, to deal mostly with the dog. The dog had the hardest time being here. I've mentioned that in prior videos. He had the hardest time adjusting due to circumstances and due to certain restrictions that were put in place for him. So yeah, I had to make sure that he was good. I always wanted to make sure that I walked him, that I fed him, that he was good before I left to work. This fragrance, it's a nice fragrance. It's fresh, it's a little tart. Like I said, it's perfect for summertime and for the spring now coming. As you can see, I used it up a lot. I try not to reach for it a lot now because it elicits sad feelings within me. I get mad, I get upset, and I just think about when I first moved here and all the shit, as you can say, that my dog went through. It makes me really sad because I dealt with it. I felt for him. I take care of my dog like no other, whether it's spoiling him, whether it's bad habits, as many people like to call it. Some people like to call it. I love my dog to death, and he went through a lot. He went through a lot adjusting when he first came here. So I really try not to reach for this one anymore because it just makes me feel sad and mad and angry. So I like to, just leave it alone. I don't want to feel that way. And if you guys are wondering, my dog is doing great. He's beautiful, thriving, and most importantly, stress-free. They say there's magic in new beginnings. But the question is, what kind of magic? So the next one that I have here is Gucci Bloom This fragrance, it gets me excited. This fragrance gets me excited. This is kind of relatively new to my collection. I got this back in excuse my phone, back in February, I believe. Now, when I was first using this, it was still cold here, so it didn't do much for me. This is a very floral, spring-like scent. It's fresh, it's floral, it's strong but soft, if that makes any sense. It's very, very nice. It's classy, it's elegant, sophisticated, beautiful scent. I really, really like it. Now, it did not, the longevity is sucked and the projection sucked as well during the cold weather. I noticed that because I took this perfume with me to Mexico when I went in March, and it did lovely in the heat, you guys. I used this one with this lotion from Bath and Body Works, 1 in a Million. I don't know if it's focusing, but, and this just, it goes beautifully together. This smells a lot like this perfume. It made it last longer. It projected beautifully. I was getting a lot of compliments, and when I smell this one, it's exciting because, you know, when you know you're going on vacation and you're about to have a good time, or so you think you're gonna have a good time, and yeah, so that's what this reminds me of, because again, I took this to Mexico and it was just exciting. At least the thought of being on vacation and being away from the kids and being away from real life was just exciting. It reminds me of waking up at 6 in the morning and go out to my balcony in the room that I was staying in and just watch the sunrise, hear the waves splashing, and just that beauty. It reminds me of waking up and getting all dolled up with my new clothes, looking all cute and stuff, and spraying this to go get breakfast and start the day. It reminds me of Cancun, Mexico, because this is a fragrance that I took, and it also reminds me of being upset half the time that I was there. That's Gucci Bloom. Another one that I have here that I always talk about is Michael by Michael Kors. Now, this is one of my happy scents, you guys. I absolutely love this thing. It just automatically brings a smile to my face every time I smell this. This is strong. This has tamarind. This has musk. This is spicy. I don't even know what other notes it has. It's just so good, you guys. Michael by Michael Kors. I just get automatically happy. I remember using this back in 2014, and during those times, I don't want to say I was at my prime, but it was a time when I was like discovering myself. I had recently gotten into the world, I guess, of fragrance. You know, I was discovering fragrances. I was, you know, playing with makeup. I was playing with fashion, with different types of styles. I remember going to the city a lot back in New York and just going out, going on dates, having a grand freaking time, stress-free, worry-free. I was living, you guys, and I was always rocking this. So every time I sniff this, it just takes me back to those nights, to those fun times, to those tipsy nights, to, you know, the glam life, just, you know, worrying about me. And at the time, I just had my 2 kids. The twins weren't here yet, but just worrying about me and my kids, looking good, being that dope mom that they love to see. Those days, Michael by Michael Kors. I love, 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 love. So the next one that I have here is Burberry Body. You guys, this thing is amazing. As you can see by my smile, this is another one of my favorites, another one of my happy scents, another one that just makes me feel so good and brings so many freaking beautiful memories. It's so good. As I've mentioned before when I first spoke about this one, this is sex in a bottle to me. It's literally sex in a bottle. This is woodsy, this is fresh, this has peach, this has rose, it's musky, it's elegant, it's sophisticated. It's perfect for, I would say, the winter time. I don't find this like soapy. I've heard some people say it's soapy and fresh. I don't think it's soapy at all. it's a fresh scent, but it's very elegant. It's sophisticated. It has that like that musk, but which gives it that sophistication for like for a grown, mature woman that knows what she's doing, a freaking boss. And it's just sexy. It's sexy. This reminds me again, city nights in New York, just, you know, going on nice fancy dates, living life, looking good, smelling better, very free, just being dope, just being dope. This is one of those scents that I will always have in my collection, and I am going to be very, very picky when I use this, because I don't want to replace memories. I don't want to replace the memories I have with this scent with negative ones or just with trashy ones. Like, I always want to conserve the memories and the feelings that I have every time I smell this one and Michael by Michael Kors, because they're just divine. Like I said, these are my happy scents. They make me smile, cheesy crazy, and they just takes me back to them good days. Them good days. That's Burberry Body. So the last fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys is Fancy by Jessica Simpson. Everybody knows about this fragrance. Everybody loves it, and it's a great one, you guys. It's really, really a great one. This is like my third bottle. This fragrance, I love it. I really do. I like the scent. I like the smell. But when I smell it, it kind of gives me like a repugnant feeling. And no, it's not the way that it smells. Or it might be. I don't know. But this was the fragrance that I was wearing when I was pregnant with the twins, with my last pregnancy. And I was wearing this one a lot because I didn't have many fragrances then. Like, I think I was rotating between this one and another one. I'm not sure, but I know that I wore this one a whole lot. Like, I was always smelling like this. So every time I smell it, I think of that pregnancy. And as you guys already know, if you've seen, you know, my story times and my mukbangs where I talk about my pregnancy, it was a tough one for me. It was a tough one. It was very challenging physically, mentally. I was going through a lot with that pregnancy. It was by far the worst pregnancy that I've had out of the 3 that I've had. And it was just a really rough time for me. Really, really rough. I was always smelling like this. So every time I sniff it, every time I smell it, it's just like I like it, but like, you know, like I don't ever want to feel like that again. I don't ever want to experience that again. I don't ever want to be in that predicament again. So smelling this it's like, it's sad because, as you can see, this is my 3rd bottle and I haven't used it much. I probably used it like 3 times during the fall and winter, and that's about it. I love the smell. I do love the scent. Vanilla, caramel, a gourmand. Everybody knows about this one. Everybody raves about it. Everybody loves it, and I love it too. But it's just, it makes me think back to a time that I don't want to replay. I don't want to replay. I don't want to think about. I mean, I feel like most of those memories are just, I kind of like just erase them from my mind. That's what that does to me. This is Fancy by Jessica Simpson. So this was quick, you guys. I wanted to share that with you. I got, like I said earlier, I got inspired by Notes from Josephine. I thought that was a really dope video what she did. It gives you a piece of, you know, it gave me a piece of her mind and of her ways and, you know, of her experiences. So I wanted to share that with you guys, for those of you that are interested in that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.